Ever since a very young age, we have been manipulated in one way or another. We go to school and we get taught certain things by teachers to make us believe certain things. What you have to understand, bro, is that everyone is trying to manipulate your mind, including me. But what you have to ask yourself is, who has your best interests at heart? Do I really want you to level up as a young man? Or am I just doing it for my own benefit? Now, of course, there is always a part of me that is doing it for my own benefit. Of course, there is a part of me that wants to grow a YouTube channel for financial gain. I want this to be my job. I want to help young men as my job. I will happily admit that, but you need to understand that you have to think for yourself. I know I come on here and I preach and I tell you boys what to do, what not to do. Hamza does the same. All these self-improvement YouTubers do the same thing, but they're all trying to manipulate you. Now, I believe Hamza does have our best interest at heart. I have your best interests at heart. And I can sit here and tell you that all day long, but it's up to you to question whether I really do or not. It's up to you to question who has your best interests at heart. Does the news have your best interests at heart? Does the government have your best interests at heart? Do your teachers have your best interests at heart? What we are taught in schools, what we are taught when we're growing up as young men by our teachers is what the government want to teach us. You know, I can go into conspiracy theories and I can go into like secret societies and all these things and who really controls the world, but that's for another video. I'm not going to talk about that right now. What I'm going to talk about is your teachers. They only teach you what they're being told to teach you. They have a curriculum to follow. You have to look in the mirror at yourself and question why you're doing what you're doing. Why you think the way that you think. Do you think the way that you think because you've been told to think a certain way? Now again, going back to me, I am trying to manipulate you to think better, to level up in life. I'm trying to manipulate you to get stronger, to achieve success, to level up in life as a young man, so that you don't go into a deep depression, so that you don't become lazy, weak and feminine and live a shit life as a man. But it has to be up to you whether or not that you want to take in those thoughts, whether or not that you want to apply what I'm trying to teach you to your life. Because you don't have to. You could sit here and think I'm just talking a load of shit. You have to have your own opinions at the end of the day. But just know that you're always being manipulated in some sort of way. I'm being manipulated in some sort of way. By watching Hamza's content for the past year and a half, I've been manipulated to think a certain way. But I believe that certain way of thought, that self-improvement thinking, the thinking about leveling up, I believe that is the best way for me to think right now at this moment in time in my life in order to get to where I want to be in life. Just because a sense of authority, just because somebody who seems like they know what they're talking about, just because somebody who you look up to, just because somebody who has a position of power tells you something, that doesn't mean that it's true. And that doesn't mean that you should follow that advice. That doesn't mean you should take everything in that they say. What you should do is take it in and think about it for yourself. Even what I say, bro, again, like, I have your best interests at heart, but that's really up to you to decide whether or not I do. I genuinely want young men to level up. I genuinely want to help young men on self-improvement. I genuinely don't want young men to feel the way that young men feel in this day and age. I don't want young men to be lazy. I don't want young men to be depressed. I don't want young men to live a life of regret. I want young men to experience things that young men should experience. But you should still form your own opinion and you should still listen to your own thoughts. At the end of the day, this is an entertainment business. First Man, Hamza, Jordan Green, Andrew Kirby, these self-improvement YouTubers, they're in the entertainment space. YouTube is an entertainment platform. It doesn't matter if you're giving out educational content like I am. You still have to have an aspect of entertainment to it in order for people to watch. People won't watch me sit here and talk to a camera if it's not even slightly entertaining. I'm not going to reach 1 million subscribers doing what I'm doing now. I'm probably going to have to do something different. I'm probably going to have to introduce some sort of hyperstimulation editing in order to reach a certain level of success on YouTube. And this is what you have to think about. If it's not me, if it's not Hamza trying to manipulate you, who else is it? Is it some other random YouTuber that might not have your best interests at heart? Because there's not a lot of people that will make a video like this. There's not a lot of people that will tell you this. As long as you're watching their content and as long as you're consuming what they put out, they don't give a shit. I'm here to be honest and open with you boys because it's the best way. The truth will set you free. The truth is the truth. Of course, I'm doing this for my own benefit as well. There has to be some sort of incentive for me. Just like you, if you were to set up a business, if you were to do something to earn some money in life, there has to be an incentive for you. You're doing it in order to earn money. Even if you're trying to help people, even if your goal is to help a lot of people, there has to be some sort of incentive as well as helping people, i.e. money, because we all need money. We all need money to live. I need money to live. I can't just come on here and help young men and not ever earn any money doing it, because then I wouldn't be able to live the life that I'm trying to preach to you boys. I wouldn't be able to live a life of abundance. I wouldn't be able to be in the top 10% of men. I wouldn't be able to be in the top 10% of earners. Everything that you ingest, everything that you take in as a young man, everything that you listen to, everything that you read, you need to take it with a pinch of salt. You need to have some sort of self-awareness and you need to question it. Don't just blindly follow people. Don't just blindly follow me, bro. You need to have your own opinion and you need to have your own sense of thought, and you really do need to think for yourself sometimes. Everybody has an impact on your thoughts. YouTubers, your teachers, the news, content creators, social media has a massive impact on your thoughts. You need to ask yourself, who do you really trust? And you need to ask yourself, who is really going to help you and who is really true to their word. Watch this video right here to help you on your self-improvement journey. Subscribe if you're new, like, share, comment. I'm making it my mission to help turn boys into men.